What's up? It's Shelby. I'm back. I'm back with another video. This video is going to be more geared towards students or future students, people just interested or like on the wait list or doing prereqs to get into the respiratory program. Someone who knows that respiratory is what they want to do. Maybe even if you don't. But it's just like advice, my tips, my version of what you should know. Okay. A little side note, I did this kind of like this exact video, but I was on my lunch break at work, in the ER. I don't know if some of y'all remember that, but the fact that I was on my lunch break, it's like cool and all that, but I was still at work, and I don't know if that's like a good look, so I decided to delete it. I deleted it maybe like a month after I did it, and I also had a lot of comments on that video. I didn't want to delete it, but my career comes before y'all. Sorry. But anyways, let's just get right into it. I am on my way to work right now. I work a lot, y'all know this, but it's just a perfect time. So what should you know about respiratory therapy? Or my advice to people. The first thing that I would say is to take your education seriously. That sounds pretty obvious, but believe it or not, I went to community college, and there were some students that came to class smelling like weed and were late and weren't turning in assignments. And I'm here to tell you that your respiratory therapy program is not going to be anything like your prerequisite classes. It's much more tougher. It's much more in depth. Think about it. We're respiratory therapists. We have one or two, the heart and the lungs, body systems to learn about. And so they try to make you know everything about the heart and the lungs. So all the way down from the cellular level to the vascularity, fluids, tissues, the whole organ itself, how it functions. They're going to try to jam-pack everything about respiratory in your 2 years or your 4-year program, okay? Take it seriously. Pay attention. Go to class on time. Don't miss classes. Study your ass off. It's your money. It's your life. It's your future. Don't waste your own damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, take it seriously. There really is no way to prepare for the program. Like, I wouldn't start studying ahead of time, and I wouldn't start stressing myself out ahead of time or anything like that. But you should just start to get into that mindset of grind mode. You know what I mean? Because like, you're honestly gonna have to like divorce your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your family. Otherwise they'll hate you. Like, even if you have pets, like good luck feeding your damn pets, because you're gonna be so busy, you're gonna be so exhausted that like life just doesn't matter anymore. Real life doesn't matter anymore. Like, you just have one sole goal in mind. Okay. I would say to when you're studying, don't try to remember every sentence in the book. Like I said, you have a lot to learn. So you're better off trying to just remember the concepts. Respiratory therapy as a whole is about concepts, okay? There's no real way to prepare someone for what they're going to be experiencing, and there's no right answer, if you will, because the answers are dependent on situations. But you need to remember that respiratory therapy is about concepts. So when you're studying something, read 2 paragraphs, stop, and really think and ask yourself, what the hell is the main point of what I just read? Okay, you need to ask yourself, okay, you're gonna have to get the whole 2 paragraphs into like 1 or 2 sentences that you can remember to make the concept easy to remember, because in test mode, you're not going to get exact questions. It's like, what's 1 plus 1? It's going to be some beat around the bush type of shit where, like, it's just not asked easily, okay? Concepts. Try to remember the main points of what you're reading once again, and, try to narrow it down, okay? I know I've said this, like, a few times before, but I really do think that you should try to find a mentor. I think that mentors are so good and so beneficial towards your success, towards your career. It's not what you know, it's who you know, baby. Keep that in mind. Also, I think mentors are beneficial because they can help you. They can really help you. It's someone who's been there, done that before, someone who's experienced, someone who can help you make sense out of all of the madness that you're learning about, that you're reading about. Because honestly, yeah, your teachers are your teachers and all that stuff, but at the same time, they have their own teaching style, and it might not be compatible with your learning style. Let's be real. And some subjects that you learn about are going to go right over your head. Some are going to be easier. And for those harder subjects, I think that it's good to have someone who's patient with you, someone who cares about you and your success, because that means they'll do anything to see you succeed and to help you succeed, to take time out of their own days to, meet up with you and study with you, and explain concepts, once again, concepts that you're not getting, that'll make life so much easier. Because again, like, everybody's teaching style does not vibe with who you are and how you learn, honestly. Whether it be somebody online, maybe your teacher does have the perfect teaching style for you. Utilize that. Go to office hours, utilize that. I totally would utilize that, okay? Study groups might be beneficial, but, I'm like against study groups, to be honest. I don't like wasting time. I don't like studying with people, like, and then we all don't know the answer, so we're sitting there debating about, well, it could be this because this, and I think it's just like, look, hell, I feel you, but I'm just gonna hit up the teacher, okay? I'm just gonna hit up the teacher, and I'm gonna get the answer, and that's that. I don't want to sit there and debate or talk about what could possibly be the answer and why and this and that. I'm probably good for your critical thinking, but screw all that, okay? I just need to know what the hell is right. That's that. And it can be a distraction. Like, honestly, me and one of my classmates, we studied all the time together, but me and her had similar studying styles, so it just worked out. But I can be honest and say that even sometimes, because we needed it, like, I would go over there, bring all my books to study, and we'd end up getting a bottle of alcohol, getting loaded, and then I'm walking out like, okay, we gonna try again tomorrow, because this was a failure. This was a failure. So study groups, I don't know, maybe you like study groups. I personally didn't, because I just don't, I like to be alone. I like to be by myself, kind of low-key sometimes, and I don't know about study groups. Another thing that I could say is to put your best foot forward in clinicals. Some of this stuff is like kind of obvious, but believe it or not, there's so many people who do not take these opportunities like they should. They take them for granted, and they're just trying to breeze through and pass through school. And it's like, if you want to really be out here doing respiratory the right way and be somebody respected and like just learn and grow and just be smart, just be someone that people take seriously, that starts with clinicals. Come on time when they tell you that you're on your lunch break. Go on your lunch break and come back on time, okay? Just iron your scrubs, like little things like that, okay? Be polite. Just really show out. It's an interview. It's a 2-year interview, and trust and believe that if you're gonna try to get hired somewhere where you're doing clinicals, the manager is going to ask the people who precepted you about you, your character, your attitude, do you fit in with the current staff? And they will ask people who haven't precepted you. They're going to ask everyone. They're going to ask other supervisors. They're going to ask maybe, whoever they know you've been around. But they are going to investigate, and you can't just wow them with your pretty face and your smile and whatever. Like, your reputation is going to carry you really far in this career, or it can break you, okay? Keep that in mind. Always do your best. Always do your best. Also, ask a lot of questions. This is an area where I feel like I did myself a disservice while I was in school. I did ask a ton of questions, but the way my clinicals was set up, we had 6 students to every one preceptor. So I felt like I didn't have enough opportunity to ask all the questions that I wanted, and to have somebody one-on-one and really just dig in their brain. But ask questions. You're a student. You have every right to ask questions, and it's a perfect time. I'm actually in the field right now, and sometimes I'll ask people questions and they'll look at me like I'm stupid. And I mean, those are the ones that we were talking about in our last video who eat their young and they just have attitudes all the time, because I have a right to ask questions. I'm always ask questions. I don't want to do anything wrong. You know what I mean? But again, don't hold yourself back. Even if you think it's a stupid question, ask it. Sometimes you just need reassurance. Sometimes you need to know that you're on the right track. Sometimes you forgot what you just read in class the day before or the night before or that morning, okay? It's perfectly fine. Ask questions. And anything you can think of. If you're studying and there's something that you're not understanding, write the question down on paper, take it to your preceptor, take it to your teacher, and ask questions. Write lists of questions all the time and ask them. Honestly, ask them. You're only helping yourself out if you do that. What else was I going to say? Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, because you're going to go through so many emotions during the program. Honestly, you're going to be frustrated. You might want to give up and start stripping or something. Honestly, it's a lot. You have to sacrifice parts of your life, relationships, stuff like that. Sometimes you're going to take tests and you're going to fail and you're going to want to cry, or maybe you're going to make a mistake and you feel like it was a big mistake and it's too much to handle, and you're just going to go through so many emotions, and you're not going to know the answers to everything, okay? Just embrace the process, embrace the struggle in the process. It's like one of those ugly ass, what are those things called? Like a butterfly in the cocoon before they bust out and blossom. I don't know what that shit is called. A caterpillar? I don't know. I can't think of it right now. I'm embarrassed, but whatever. But it's like that ugly ass thing before it blossoms into something beautiful. You have to go through the struggle. Don't give up, okay? Look at me. Don't give up. Do not give up. You are worth hard work, success, and you're worth the battle and the struggle. Don't give up. I would say that the last thing of advice that I can think of is just trust in your training. Trust in your teachers all that you can, even if you don't like them. Trust in your preceptors. Trust in the books that you're reading. Trust in your knowledge and your drive and your want to succeed, because you're gonna also have times where you don't trust yourself. Where you don't trust yourself, and you're gonna doubt yourself and make decisions about what you're doing, and you're gonna try to put the whole picture together. And like I said, sometimes you'll need to ask somebody for reassurance, but trust yourself. A lot of the time your gut instinct is right, and just trust yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Another thing that I would say is to not lose sight of the reason why you are in respiratory, okay? You're going to be around some people that's been doing respiratory for a long time, and you'll see how they handle patients and all that stuff. Don't follow bad examples. Because you can obviously see if someone's doing something that's right or wrong, or how they're communicating with patients and how they're treating patients and stuff like that. You do what you know is right, and you be the respiratory therapist that you want to be. I like people. I love some people. I like some people. Some patients are like, I don't know. Some patients are difficult, but treat everybody with respect. Don't follow bad examples. You know what I mean? This might be kind of vague, but you'll understand when you're in the program. Some people can seem like they've become heartless, and, you know, they've just been doing this for a long time. But don't let that take away your joy from the new things that you're experiencing and the feelings that respiratory gives you. Hold on to that and use it to propel you forward to be great in your career. We were put on this earth to do great things. We were put on this earth not to be mediocre. Use respiratory as, you know, just use it as a stepping stone to get where you really need to be in life. Karma is real. Treat people how you want to be treated. Treat them just as you would your family. I mean, and you'll be great. I don't know if I forgot anything, but I don't know. If you have any other questions, let me know, like always, but that's it for now. I wish you guys all the luck, all the success, all the good grades in your program. I want to know how it's going. Ask me questions, feel free. I'm always here. But until next time, I will see you later.